Human turned vampire in 1680. Turned human again for saving the world in 2016. Turned vampire again 5 years later to amend her past wrongs. Born Countess Mircalla Karnstein. She is Carmilla Karnstein. Today, we'll analyze Carmilla as a web series and film character to assert if she's a quality LGBTQ+ portrayal or simply a fraudulent role. Let's find out in Queerbait or Good Rep. Hey, my name is Jem. Wrapping up with Halloween season, I shall remain a vampire for another night. Now, to analyze Carmilla, we're gonna be using the Vito Russo test that set some points for good LGBTQ+ representation, and because 2016 happened, I added a bonus point to it. Because LGBTQ+ fans deserve better. Now, the goal here is not to simply discourage everyone about their favorite characters, but to bring awareness to writers, producers, and creators, since I'm one of them, on how important it is for us, the LGBTQ+ fans, to have good representation and how easy it can be. We will be analyzing Carmilla taking into account the web series and the movie, so buckle up, cream puffs. Number 1. The character is identifiably LGBTQIA+. Yes. The short answer is that she is your typical useless lesbian, as the fandom has lovingly nicknamed her. But the amazing thing about this series is that almost, if not everyone, is queer. And Carmilla doesn't need more than a few episodes in to be established as a WLW lady. She flirts with girls unabashedly. And even if it's for obvious purposes at the beginning, she seems to really enjoy the moment she gets to spend with these girls. And when she turns to the good side, thanks to Laura Hollis and her preppy heroic attitude, she begins to fall for her. For real. Finally, in the movie, set 5 years later after the season finale, she's living with Laura, her loving girlfriend, so we can say she's definitely LGBTQIA+. Number 2. The character is not solely or predominantly defined by their sexual orientation or gender identity. Yes. Like I said, everyone is queer, so no one really has to come out. Her sexual orientation is never brought up. Even when her sister Maddie shows up in season 2, she complains that Carmilla has always been a sap and tends to fall for her marks. And she has even pleaded not to kill some people because
he's a poet. He's got such a beautiful voice. She's just too pretty to ruin.
This led some people to believe that she was bi, but the writers cleared it out and confirmed that she's actually a lesbian, and just like the guy's poetry. So her sexual orientation never really defined her, more like her leanings towards romanticism rather than villainy did. Number 3. The LGBTQ+ character is tied into the plot in such a way that their removal will have a significant effect. Yes. She is one of the main characters. The web series and the movie are called after her, so we can safely say she's all tied up into the plot of the web series and especially the movie. Now, the bonus point that I added. Number 4. The LGBTQ+ character doesn't fall under any harmful trope. Yes. The web series premiered in 2014, and both the creators and the actors were really in touch with their fandom, the cream puff. Also, there are a lot of women and queer people behind and in front of the cameras, making it easier for them to avoid harmful tropes or even subvert them, which at the time, and still today, is a very refreshing way to create a show or movie, especially for LGBTQ+ representation. Verdict: I am speechless. But not surprised. Carmilla is indeed the LGBTQ+ representation of her dreams. She proves that it is possible to have good and believable LGBTQ+ portrayals in supernatural settings and media. Her sole existence sets the bar where it should be for LGBTQ+ characters and stories in fantastical or horror movies and series. So shout out to the creators and Natasha Negovanlis, the actress who plays Carmilla, who is also queer, for giving us the LGBTQ+ representation that we deserve. Easy fix. Well, as rare as it is, I'm glad to report that there is no easy fix needed. But let me tell you about some of the harmful tropes that Carmilla and her creators subverted. Lesbian vampire and predatory lesbian. The lesbian vampire trope is a very old one that actually has its beginnings with the inspiration of this show and movie, the 1872 novella Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu. Now, lesbian vampires aren't the issue. It's how you frame them that it is. this trope was made mainstream by movies targeted to young males, making innocent girls being allured in turn by evil sexy vampires into evil sexy lesbian or bisexual vampires too. This can result in very harmful implications, specifically the idea that lesbianism or bisexuality is the result of a corruptive and malign influence, representative of moral decay. And if a female victim is transformed by a female vampire, it carries the implication that lesbian and WLW women are predatory and waiting to ensnare and convert hapless heterosexual women. Now, this Carmilla, in spite of being inspired by the very creator of this trope, breaks the mold. She can be morally ambiguous and flirty, but after she's done being her mother's minion, she's finally allowed to be herself, which is someone who maybe is a jerk sometimes, but doesn't really come across as evil or predatory at all. And she's never shown to want to turn anyone. By the end of the movie, actually, she's a completely selfless person who renounces her human life that she earned for saving the world to make right to those she wronged in the past. So, the subversion to these tropes is thanks to the fact that the people behind and in front of the cameras are LGBTQ plus themselves, but also the fact that they have multiple queer characters. There are good ones, bad ones, morally ambiguous ones, confused ones, and dynamic ones that can grow and learn and even change with time. And you can do that in a show or film instead of placing outdated and harmful archetypes when you have more than one token queer character. Isn't that amazing? If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, share it with your fandom friends, cream puffs, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Please consider becoming a Patreon or donating to my PayPal so I can keep doing this type of analysis. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave your very own fixes if you believe Carmilla needs one, or just tell me what you think about her and the series and film, so maybe some writer or creator that was thinking of lazily writing a lesbian or bisexual vampire can understand why it matters that we have good and diverse LGBTQ plus portrayals and can come up with much better plots for them. Love will have its sacrifices.